Zellman's Minty Mouth brings it back. Most mints just mask bad breath. Zellman's is the functional breath freshener you swallow. Clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders, even garlic and onions.
I've got a fresh solution.
Fresh is good. Get your Zellman's now at Zellmans.com. Use code RADIO for 15% off. That's ZELMINS.com.
You know what sets John Clace apart from other lenders? You're going direct, no middleman. That means low rates and low fees. John offers home loans of all kinds, lines of credit. He's also an expert with people that are self-employed, credit challenged, or just have a unique financial situation. If other lenders say no, John can often say yes. Call John, 303-577-7206. 303-577-7206. John Clace, NMLS ID 271003. CMG Home Loans, NMLS ID 1820. Equal Housing Opportunity.
It's a warm one for your Monday. Temperatures today right back up into the mid-70s, about 20 degrees above average, and a little breezy at times. I'm Fox 31, Pinpoint Weather Team meteorologist Kylie Burse.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver. This is 630 KHOW, Denver's talk station, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
This is a special report from ABC News. I'm Chuck Sievertson. Americans pulling up to gasoline pumps are dealing with President Trump's detour when they see the rising prices due to the Iran war. That's what the president called it to ABC News senior White House correspondent Mary Bruce.
He told me, I think it's fine. It's a little glitch. He said, we had to take this detour. I knew exactly what was going to happen with this detour.
Dealing with the detour, drivers in Raleigh, North Carolina.
I'm kind of afraid that it's going to go up higher in the coming weeks.
Today's the first day we've filled up since the prices changed. It was kind of a shocker.
One factor in the higher oil and gasoline prices is reluctance of owners of oil tankers to risk going through the Strait of Hormuz shipping channel. French President Macron says he's working with other countries on a purely defensive effort to escort ships once the war dies down. President Trump says the crews of the tankers should show more guts. This is ABC News. Long lines and missed flights are multiplying at airports as an expected record spring break travel period combines with shortages of TSA screeners due to the partial federal government shutdown. ABC's Jim Ryan.
For the second time in 6 months, TSA agents are being told to work without pay. Some are calling in sick. Now at U.S. airports,
The guy said to me, heads up, it's a mess down there. And man, he was right.
he's in Houston, where it's taking 3 hours to get through security this morning.
More evidence that owning a pet can improve your health, says ABC's Sherry Preston.
The American Heart Association says pets boost happy hormones like dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. Walking a dog provides exercise and social stimulation you might not get otherwise. And, at least according to the journal High Blood Pressure and Cardiovascular Prevention, owning a cat has been linked to a reduced hazard of dying from cardiovascular disease, especially stroke.
ABC's Sherry Preston. Chuck Sievertson, ABC News.
Adopt You As Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
No, sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B, get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C, look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D, show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have
Ta-da! Twinsies!
I kind of love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers.
KHOW News Time, 10:03.
CSU holding its annual Democracy Summit this week.
This year's theme of democracy at a crossroads is poignant considering the Colorado 150 and America 250 celebrations. Tuesday features a panel discussion with leading experts from CSU, CU, and DU to discuss the forces that are contributing to the Colorado political landscape. Then the Colorado Court of Appeals is bringing its Courts in the Community program to the campus. The court will hear two real oral arguments at the Laurie Student Center Theater.
That's Rob Dawson reporting. Denver Archbishop designate James Golka has been going through some rough times just weeks before his installation. The Archdiocese says Golka's 92-year-old father, Robert, died last week. It comes just 2 months after Golka's mother died. Golka will be installed as Archbishop of Denver in a mass on March 25th. And sunny and warm for the Denver area again today. The forecast high 70.
Now, impact traffic.
South on I-25 before Highway 66 in the Longmont area. Traffic getting by on the right shoulder, passing a very serious earlier rollover accident. Investigation and clearing work continues there. Backing up traffic to Highway 56. Back here closer to town, just cleared a crash eastbound I-70 approaching Havana. And watch for activity with an accident Colorado Boulevard, southbound lanes at Martin Luther King Boulevard. I'm Chris McLaughlin with traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
This is Monty Montgomery, the senior producer of Our American Stories. In our next episode, we'll share the story of the Queen of the Sharpshooters herself. We're, of course, talking about Annie Oakley. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Our 2026 iHeart Podcast Awards are happening live at South by Southwest.
And the winner is...
Watch live next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, free at Veeps.com or the Veeps app.
Bring the good with avocados from Mexico. Whether you're listening, snacking, or simply enjoying the moment, spark the joy with every bite. Bring the good flavor, rich and craveable.
Avocados from Mexico.
Always good.
Ryan Schuling, your humble KHOW host here, and if you've ever said, one day I'm going to New Orleans, this is your day. Right? I'm inviting you to come with me this September on an unforgettable 5-day getaway to the Big Easy. It's my birthday week, and I've never been there, so let's go. We're staying 4 nights in a fantastic location just steps away from the French Quarter. And of course, I'm a foodie, so we'll share some amazing experiences, including brunch at the legendary Court of Two Sisters, a one-of-a-kind dinner at the New Orleans School of Cooking. And of course, we're stopping at Café de Monde for beignets and café au lait, powdered sugar included. And just when you think it can't get better, we'll take a cruise through the bayous, searching for gators and wildlife in real Cajun country. Space is limited, so don't wait. Join me in New Orleans. Visit travelwithryan.net to book your New Orleans getaway today, or give our friends at Cruise and Tour a call at 800-383-3131. That's 800-383-3131, or travelwithryan.net for all the details to reserve your spot.
EuroPlumbingColorado.com has the lowest prices guaranteed.
Here's what's happening. Kristi Noem has been fired. Trump's replacement, Senator Mark Wayne Mullen.
Keep the homeland secure.
Iranian soldiers.
Total immunity or you'll face death.
Unemployment up and oil prices
up by 9%.
It's the Dan Kaplan Show. Afternoons 4 to 6.
Monday, for a very important statement from President Trump. He says he does not want to deport people here illegally who have not committed other crimes. And we'll update you on the war against that evil regime in Iran. Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Welcome, my friends, to the only show that's got we're here to solve problems, answer questions, take your complaints, help you out if you've been ripped off or taken advantage of. I want to hear from you. If there's a bad contractor in your life, or a bad shop, or a bad anything, I want to hear directly from you, and I want to do it right now. I'm going to give you the phone number. It is so easy to join into the show. 303 Martino, simple as that. 303 Martino. Get those calls in right now. We do have open lines right now in the Troubleshooter Show. By the way, in studio with me, Deputy Bo. What the hell's going on, Mr. Bo?
Had a nice weekend. I'm here ready to help out our listeners and pass on some free advice and save some money.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And by the way, we have a ton of deputies that do work behind the scenes. It's amazing. Deputy Bo himself, I have called him out numerous times. He has gone out and helped people. His entire life really was HVAC. I mean, right?
Yes. And HVAC, little contracting.
He's actually gotten a furnace for a lady. you have gone out and helped people whose furnaces have not worked at all, right?
Not worked in months, and we were able to negotiate the manufacturer to get the parts for free.
Yep. And that's what we do. And I use him as an example. We also have Deputy Dimitri, who's gone out and saved people just tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. In fact, as a conglomerate, over $300 million in cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds. Suzanne's on the other side of the glass today, along with Shannon, running the show, answering your calls. Who is that next to you, Suzanne? I am too. He seems to be a go-getter. We threw him in there pretty cold last week, and he's learning how to basically handle the whole deal. I like that a lot. You know, something I want to bring up this morning. I find it impossible not to. The stock market, of course, because of the ongoing war with Iran. I think it's a buying opportunity. I just want to throw that out there. I sure hope you do not sell all your stocks and go to a cash position. That would be a crazy thing to do right now. And most people don't. Most people have a money manager of some sort that is actually looking at that. But if you really think about it, we broke, what did we break? 50,000 not long ago? A couple weeks ago. It was absolutely incredible. And now, wait a minute, I might be off 10,000 here on this. The damn Dow goes up and down so often, it drives me crazy. But I was looking this morning. It wasn't a great day, but there's some stuff out there. If you have some oil stocks, they're not too bad. I have a feeling gasoline's going to be crazy here real soon. In fact, I wouldn't. Here in Denver, I'm guessing we could easily be over $4 a gallon pretty soon. We'll see what everybody's temperament is towards the Trump administration when it comes to the pain we're feeling right now. Of course, Trump is saying it's very, it's short-term pain for long-term gain, I think is exactly what he says. But once oil hits like 120, that's crazy.
That's going to be crazy.
Well, gasoline right now, you could go to California. Well, California's a horrible example because it always is a ton. But I'll be curious what the public's tolerance is on this. The other thing I saw this morning, and I'm flying out, most likely. I haven't booked the flight yet, but my son and I were going to fly out and see my dad in Orlando towards the end of the month. Oh. And I got to be honest, Bo, looking at the lines, they were showing Atlanta today. They were showing some other airports. It looks horrible. Waiting in line for TSA looks 3-4 hours. I don't have the tolerance for that at all.
Why is that, Mark? Is TSA
it's
not getting paid?
It's Homeland Security. They're not only are they not getting paid, I mean they're kind of running out of funding right now. I blame it all on the Democrats, but honestly it doesn't matter. When you're waiting in line, you're going to blame it on the government. Period. End of story. They really need to get together and figure something out. I mean, that's the biggest thing they have to do. They've got to reopen up purely just for TSA and other things. Now, the Democrats wanted to shut it down because of ICE. Ironically enough, ICE is the one thing that is funded under Homeland Security for quite a while. That was part of the big, beautiful bill. So that being part of the big, beautiful bill, it's kind of funny that we're all suffering with TSA shut down. But once again, I wonder where the tolerance is. Just like oil prices, just like the stock market, just like everything in our lives, where is the tolerance? While these people in Washington sit up there making decisions for all of us. You know, a lot of them fly private. I'm not saying,
sure they do.
I'm not saying the majority of them do, but a lot of them do. And it's just kind of crazy. It makes me think of Kristi Noem. I thought she was doing a good job until I heard she dropped $220 million on an ad campaign of her, riding a horse basically and talking about what a great job they're doing at the border. It's evident it's great at the border right now. There's no doubt. He's basically shut it down. People are not coming over illegally. A lot of people would argue that Trump went a little too far in, throwing people out of the country that were just minding their own business. I don't want to get into that political conversation. I mean, you can see that either way. But I think, honestly, what it's going to come down to, and people who listen to the show know I like Trump. I've always liked him because he is not a politician. He's a businessman. When we're starting to make decisions, though, what's going on right now, and it literally affects people every day, like the price of gas, 401ks going down, things like that, that makes me nervous. Now, I'm truly hoping by Friday, Iran has decided to, I don't even know what that looks like. I don't know who would surrender. I guess the guy's son.
Right, he's the new Ayatollah. They appointed him.
You know, I use this term loosely, elected in, but I guess so. It seems more like how the Catholics do it, like they all get together and vote for the new pope. It's kind of similar to that.
It wasn't a general election, Mark, that's for sure. It was probably an appointee from a handful of people.
You know what I heard?
And he's not representing the Iraqi people.
You know what I heard about this guy? And I don't know anything about him. I heard that he's worse than his father.
Oh.
Can you even imagine?
How could that be?
How could you be more radical than that guy? I don't even know how that's possible.
Well, Mark, if that's the case, from what Trump says, I don't think he's going to be in office too long.
All right, listen, 303-713-8255, 303 Martino. Questions, comments, you need help. We got a list of people, a referral list. Hey, Mark, what's going on with this VA hospital issue? What's going on?
Well, Tom, they, in my case, they give me a medicine called buprenorphine for pain. It's no opioid, but for some reason they'll allow the veterans to have that.
It is an opioid or it's not?
It is.
Okay.
It's half the you may have heard of Subutex, something that they give to people.
Hey, Mark, what are you on pain meds for? Are you terminal or what's going on in your life to where you're on something?
No, I crushed my C5 when I was about 20, just as I was getting out of the Army.
Oh, man. How'd that happen? How did it happen?
I was diving. We were doing some water training for some reason. I was in the Army.
Sure.
And this day they decided to take us over to the pool. And we have nice Olympic-sized pool with diving platforms. And I'm not too good of a diver, but I dove anyway, and I hit the water so hard, it about knocked me out.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm trying to picture this. Are you like jumping out of a plane? Right. I mean, how high in the air are you?
Oh, I don't know. Might have been only like 16 feet tall.
Only 16 feet.
That's...
Yeah. So you hit the water wrong, and literally you did, you injured your back, right?
I injured my neck, my C5, my cervical 5.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry to hear that.
Arms and stuff.
Can you walk, Mark?
Over the years I've been going, huh?
Can you walk? I mean, it was not paralysis. Was it a paralysis?
No.
Yeah, okay. There is. In my arms and my hands, they do a thing called clasping, and then sometimes my arms, especially my right arm, will quit working. And I've had my hands quit working quite a bit. By quit working, I mean you just can't.
How old are you now, Mark?
I'm 62 now.
Wow, that was 42 years ago, and that has affected you from that period on, right?
Yeah, and I've been going to the VA for it, and how many times can they tell you got, well, first they used to always check my heart. And they said, well, nothing wrong with your heart.
Yeah.
Then I was diagnosed with arthritis in my chest at 25.
Okay.
Arthritis. Well, I was in the Signal Corps, and I absorbed a lot of radiation and RF. A lot of us guys have advanced arthritis. But anyway, I injured my neck. They kept saying it was tendinitis.
But once again, this is 42 years ago, right?
Yeah, it's been hurting me ever since.
All right, hold on a second. Let me take this break. I promise I got to do this. I'll get right back to you, and we'll figure out what's going on with the opiate side of this call. Are you looking for more? And I'm just kind of asking you these questions, Mark. Are they refusing to give you a higher dosage? Do you want to get off of them because of the side effects of opioids? We want to figure out what's going on. 303-713-8255. Hold tight.
Wasson Watch didn't set out to be another watch brand. They set out to build a better one. A watch with meaning. A watch with purpose. A watch crafted by people who believe work should matter. Their field watches are small batch, beautifully built, and created by a team whose backgrounds span military service, ministry, engineering, and design. You're not just buying a watch, you're supporting a company with heart. Discover the story and your next watch at wassonwatch.com. That's WASSON watch.com. Take 10% off any watch. Use code KHOW at checkout.
Joe Chiano, my friend, you know what? We couldn't have picked a better day to talk about the stock market and the event that we have coming up in Westminster at the AMC Promenade 24. But my goodness, what do you make about this stock market right now?
There's a lot of pain, Mark. You know, I just talked to a lady in Oklahoma, and she's actually within 2 years from retirement, and she couldn't move fast enough to take her money away from the risk of the stock market. See, people have a choice. People do have a choice. They can either choose risk, which is the stock market, and especially during retirement, or they can choose safety and go with or guaranteed pension account.
Or Joe, there's another option. You can diversify and have the best of both worlds. You can have some of that risk, but you can also have the guaranteed income you're talking about, which is incredible right now. I'm looking at the Dow. We might dip below 47. We were at 50 a week ago.
I know there's a lot of pain, Mark, a lot of pain, and people really, I mean, they should consider, you know, really taking some of the money away from the stock market.
Yep.
Put it into safety. Put it into safety.
I can't agree more, Joe.
Safety, and then just have a guaranteed paycheck for the rest of their lives with long-term care.
Yep.
And even they get a bonus to make up for any losses that the market gave them.
Or they get a guaranteed 7.2% per year. But here's the deal, folks. We've got a movie event coming up. You got to write this down. You go to mymoneymovie.com, but it's 100% free. You're going to get the popcorn. You're going to get the concessions. You're going to see the baby boomer dilemma. I want you to Google that. It's a great movie about retirement, Social Security, 401ks. You get the idea. But get signed up now. It's March 19th coming up at 6:30 at the Westminster AMC Promenade 24. Go to mymoneymovie.com. Get signed up right now. mymoneymovie.com. Now, let's talk about Vestera Properties. Maybe you want to be a landlord, but you have absolutely no idea what you're doing. That's where Barry Miller comes in. He can help you find the right property out there in the right location that will actually grow in value. He's going to find a property manager for you that's going to manage it so you cash flow. Then as it goes up in value, you sell it. We know people making 40 to 50% annual returns. Go to VesteraProperties.com. I'm sorry, VesteraTurnkey.com. That's VesteraTurnkey.com.
Now, the smartest self-defense decision is not made in the moment. It's made before danger ever appears. Because when you pull a firearm trigger, well, you're not just stopping a threat. You may be starting a chain of legal, financial, emotional.
Did you sign up with Barry?
That can follow you for years.
Oh, you're doing it with through retirement funds?
To lead with a less lethal option that is effective. That's where Burner, they're less.
I wonder how many homes he's up to with just time. Is it like 4 or 5 or who knows?
For up to 40
5.
And it gives you time to escape. It gives you time to create distance and get help without using deadly force. Now, Burner's best-selling compact launcher is sleek, it's slim, it's incredibly powerful. It's built for discreet, everyday carry, no background check. They can ship.
Hey, Shannon, can you quit pumping the show into my ears during the breaks?
BYRNA.com today. Or visit
or no.
the Burner retail store located in your city. That's BYRNA.com.
This freaking.
What's that?
I got to get a new jack for this, man. It's driving me bonkers. Like every minute or two, I got to wiggle it. No, it's my headphones. It's not the other deal.
Guy says one of the people on our referral list cut him off on the highway this morning. Do you want to take that on the air?
I don't care.
Okay.
Who is it? Who on the referral list cut somebody off on the highway? Who's road raging out there?
Did she say?
No, I don't even know if they know. I don't want to know.
It's a warm one for your Monday. Temperatures today are right back up into the mid-70s, about 20 degrees above average, and a little breezy at times. I'm Fox 31, Pinpoint Weather Team meteorologist Kylie Burst.
All right, 303-713-8255. Two lines open. I'm going to get right back to Mark, but Keith, this is an interesting one. Here's all I see on the call screen. Call screen. Are you ready? Complaint on referral list member. Now, Suzanne came in and gave me a little more color on the situation. Apparently, someone on the referral list cut off Keith. I don't know what that means. Cut him off on the highway, cut him off where, we're going to find out. But now I need to get back to Mark. Mark, so you have had back issues, neck issues, problems for 40 years now. You got injured while you were in the Army when you were around 20 years old. So what is going on with the VA hospital right now?
Well, now, since the opioid epidemic or whatever they're calling it, pandemic, whatever.
Yeah.
They sent a new guy to the VA. He's a pharmacist with, I guess it would be a doctorate in pharmacology, because when he first came, I met him in the hallway, and he hadn't decided if he was going to be called Dr. Lentz or Mr. Lentz.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit, and I've been prescribed Vicodin since about 2001.
Yep.
Because pain in my knees and my back and stuff. And
sure.
They still hadn't diagnosed the crushed C5. I had the pain shooting down my arms and the numbness in my hands. And not until 2011, I came in here to the VA here in Grand Junction. I used to go in Denver.
Yeah.
But came to the VA in Grand Junction, and they took an x-ray on my neck and come back to me and says, well, your C5 is crushed.
When was that?
And I'm like, this was in 2011 at the Grand Junction Veterans.
So, Mark, still, that's 30 years. Are you saying that all relates back to what happened when you were 20? You're in your 60s now. So you're saying it's been crushed for 30 years and no one has ever taken an x-ray before?
Closer to 40.
Okay. But that's what you're saying.
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
Everyone would just say, oh, you got tendonitis, you got no...
Okay, so they diagnosed it. Now what? So where are we going with this? That happened in 2011. What did they put you on at that time? Is there any surgery involved? What did they do?
Well, at first the guy told me, my doctor at that time said, there's nothing we can do for you. Tossed the paperwork to me. And...
so the doctor, see Keith, I'm sorry, Mark, this is where I just really want to kind of dig into what the real issue is. And I say that for multiple reasons, but generally you don't go to the doctor. They say you have a crushed, what was it? C5. And they say, but that's it. There's nothing we can do about it. Go home.
That's what they said.
Okay. So now what? Now where are we at?
5 years later, in about 2015, they said, oh, well, we'll pay for you to have surgery on that. So I went in.
Now, why would they just change their mind? They said there was nothing they could do. Between 2000...
I have no idea, Tom, other than I would complain about it. They see you once a year at the VA.
Okay, so you would complain about it. Now they said there was a surgery. Did you get the surgery done in 2015-ish?
Yes, I did.
Okay, did it help?
Do what they do. They took the discs out from my C5, 6, 7.
Yep.
And then they caged it. They put a piece of metal in my neck and attached it to the vertebra to keep them in line, I suppose.
Yeah, it's like fusion. Yeah, I get it.
Went on from there. And so all this time, I've been getting other diagnoses of, well, when I was in my 50s, they said I was eligible.
Hey, Mark, let's fast forward because that was 11 years ago. Let's fast forward. Here's what I know right now. There's a new pharmacist in town, and...
Okay, now they're giving people meds that, like me, the med they just decided to give me for pain was buprenorphine. And if they add naloxone to it, it's called Subutex. They give me 32 milligrams of that a day.
Is it not working?
4 8-milligram pills. No, it worked for the pain, but it also caused edema that it made my right leg swell up huge.
Okay.
So I got a small burn on my leg here back in February 2025.
Hey, Mark, honestly, I really need you to focus so I can understand why I have any involvement in this conversation.
What does he want?
Do we need to call somebody? Is the doctor screwing you over? Is someone having an affair with your wife? What is going on?
They fucked me hard, Tom. They gave me a medicine my doctor...
I got it, Shannon. Put him on hold. Put him on hold. I did dump it. You see the dump? Okay. 303-713-8255. Mark, I'm going to have to take a break now because you can't use potty mouth. No potty mouth. You got it? You got it? No potty mouth. So I'm going to go back to you after the break and after this builds back up the delay because you can't seem to talk over the airwaves without dropping the F-bomb. So let's get rid of that altogether. I do want to try to help you, but you need to remain focused on what the issue is. I need to know what the issue is. Do you want a different medication and the doctors won't give it to you? Is that where we're going with this? And then, right after this, we're going to come back to Keith. And we're not come back to Keith. We're going to go to Keith and see who cut him off. That's on the referral list. Gravina's. You know what I love about the people at Gravina's? I'm going to tell you. First of all, I love their pricing. I love Nick. He's at the helm now. In fact, he took over from his father, Larry, who took over from his father. You get the idea of how long this company's been around. But 20 different manufacturers of windows with 50 different lines of windows. That means they're going to have the product you want. Suzanne and I personally use these guys. In fact, the last project they did was one of our sliding glass doors. But their entry doors, their lines of windows are simply the best. I want you to go to Gravinas.com. That is Gravinas.com. Now, if you've been in trouble with the law, maybe a DUI, shoplifting, assault, I want you to put this number in your phone and do it now. Joseph A. Lazara, criminal defense attorney, 303-429-6200. Get it in there now, 303-429-6200. What's that?
Potty mouth.
I want to know what the guy's issue is.
We just got to get right to the point. What does he want?
Well, I've asked him 5 times. I think he wants a different class of drugs.
So maybe
I think he wants his Vicodin back. I don't know what he wants.
Or he could just get a referral to a private doctor from the VA. He has to request it. I think they would allow that.
Can you imagine, though? I mean, being in pain for 40 plus years. Because that's really what he's saying. 40 years. That's unbelievable.
You would think he'd be totally addicted to it if he's really on pain pills.
Oh, my God. You know he is. But, I mean, what else do you do? I mean, really, at what point
It sounds like
I
Mark
don't know.
just wants something stronger. Right? I don't even know what this drug is.
These doctors are really careful now, and they should be. Those opiates, I mean, it'll get to the point where your tolerance is so built up, and the side effects, you might not be able to shit for a week. I'm not kidding. The constipation is insane on them. We have had people call up that describe just hell. Even though it gets rid of whatever pain they have in their neck or back or wherever, the side effects sound like they're just as bad.
Right. When my kid had her wisdom teeth out, they only gave her 4 oxycodone.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they'd give you a bottle of 20.
Yeah, before, in fact,
4, I said, come on, I need more than 4. No, that's what we're going to give you.
before a root canal years ago, they gave me some. I don't know what they gave. Maybe Percocets. I don't know. Whatever they give you, something in that class. And I remember taking a couple shots with them. I was so damn terrified to go in there.
You took some bourbon or something?
I was absolutely terrified. I pretty much took them, had a beer, had a couple shots, had Suzanne drop me off at the damn place, and I was there 2+ hours, and that was it. It was okay. It wasn't horrible.
At the root canal.
For a root canal. Imagine getting a root canal back in the day, like, in the 30s. I don't even know if they did.
I don't think they could have done it.
They probably just yanked out everything.
They probably just pulled it. Even today, a root canal is painful.
All right, what do I have for inventory? I'm going to knock you out.
You're doing it all
I'm
day.
playing catch up from Friday.
Yeah, you guys had a good Friday show. Drank some alcohol before you went in.
I was terrified, man.
Yeah.
Till this day, if I go in for a teeth cleaning at least every 3 or 4 months now.
Do you?
Yep, because I'm not good at the dentist, man. I'm just not good.
So you're doing preemptive.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Last time, so about 2 years ago, I didn't go for like 8 years. I go in, they're like, oh, I didn't have cavities or anything, but they're like, we got to do a deep cleaning.
Oh, the plate scaling, they have to numb you up for that, don't they?
Yeah. So they did whatever.
Oh, you left your laptop.
Yeah, it was in there.
Oh, you did.
And then a couple years goes by. You would think I learned my lesson. In fact, that deep cleaning was right over here at Dr. Kelly's. And then about 2, 3, 4 years goes by. I go back in, they're like, you need a deep cleaning again. So then I found a new dentist. All right, 303-713-8255, 303 Martino. By the way, this hour brought to you by OneClearChoiceDoors.com. They sell garage doors. They have places up and down the Front Range. If you're looking for that beautiful garage door, they're going to have it, a new opener. They can not only sell it to you, of course, they can install it. Maybe you haven't had a tune-up done on your door and it's starting to make noise or it won't close or something's going on with the springs. They do it all. You're going to love this company. We have talked about them for 20 years. They have been with us on the referral list. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. Now, I am going to go back to our injured vet, but I'm still rebuilding the delay because he has a potty mouth. Hopefully, we've got that handled, and hopefully Mark can stay focused when I do go back to him for more than 2 minutes and tell us how we can help. But in the meantime, Keith, what is going on with you, sir?
Hi, Mark. I'm calling because I had an incident this morning with someone driving a crackerjack mudjacking vehicle, and the driver pretty much almost caused an accident on the highway. And I don't know where else to turn. I tried calling the company; they haven't called me back.
Well, give me an idea of what happened. I'm trying to think of how many back in the day, pre-COVID. He would come in occasionally. I know they're on referral lists. They're good guys. We never get any business complaints on them. But I'm pretty sure, if I recall, at one point they had 20, 30, 40 vehicles on the road. But maybe we can track down. But I'm more interested in what actually happened. I mean, how do you know it was him and he didn't get cut off that made him cut you off?
Well, because he was tailgating me before I got on the highway. And then I saw the sign on the side of his truck as he passed me on the right-hand side over in the off the lane. And then I have the vehicle number. I have the license plate number. And then the guy cut in front of me and brake checked me.
Well, what happened? What did you do to him? Don't say nothing. Something had to have happened. What did he perceive you did?
I swear to you, Mark, I was sitting at a light, turning onto Sheridan Boulevard. And then I turned on, and he was right on my tail the entire time. And
was it because, Keith, here's where I really want you to think outside the box. Were you in the passing lane and you should have got over, so he's being a jerk?
No, absolutely not.
So he just, out of the blue, he decided to pick on Keith today.
Okay, Mark, I have a couple things about this. Can I say a couple things?
Yeah.
Okay, so, and I'm just saying this not because the referral list member, in my
Keith,
everyday
did you call
life.
the company?
Hey, Bo, I'm talking.
I did.
What did
I don't think he can hear. Can you hear Suzanne?
Bo, you have to go out. Yeah, Bo, you just interrupted me.
There you go.
You
Go
got to
ahead.
go offline or go back in program when we come back on.
Go ahead.
Anyway, so I go, maybe there's a family emergency. Maybe they got to do the number 2 and they are in a rush.
Yeah, but Keith is saying after the initial issue, then he went around, got in front of him and brake checked. If you're on the way to the hospital, you're not going to go out of your way to do that.
That's true. And I'm happy to reach out if you want.
Well, I would like to know more out of curiosity. It's kind of weird we even get involved in something like this, but I would like to know where the driver was coming from. Keith, how did it ultimately end up?
Well, I backed off and let him do his thing, whatever the hell his problem was this morning. I don't know, but it's not worth. Was it worth risking my life over?
No, of course not. Yeah, watch it.
Jackwad.
Don't be a Mark.
I understand, but I'm livid.
Yeah, you are. I want to say something. We have been watching this show on HBO about exactly what we're talking about, literally road rage. And they're not live, but they're actual road rage that went down on dash cams. And how quick stuff accelerates. I mean, 0 to 100 on these things. And who knows? You're right. You know what, Keith? Something was going on. Suzanne, you're right. Something was going on. He had a bad day. Maybe his wife left him that small. Who knows what happened? It could have been anything.
Not saying
but
it's
you shouldn't drive like an ass.
So true.
You shouldn't. I mean, if Keith is dead serious, I'm just going off of what he says. He went around, got in front and brake checked. You're kind of nuts doing that in a company truck too. But you have all the information, Keith, on who it was, or at least the vehicle number and the plate.
I have the plate number, and I saw the name on the side.
I love those guys too. Keith, hold tight. I want to try to get who was the owner? I really like that guy. Yeah, Jim.
Coolest, nicest guy.
He is the coolest guy out there. He probably wants to know if he has an employee doing something like this. Let's reach out, get the vehicle number, get the approximate location. I would like to figure this out. I mean, there's nothing, Keith. There was no accident, no injuries, but I get it. Someone that angry, if you're telling the truth, should not be driving around in a company truck, nor be driving around in anything. Suzanne, you didn't think I'd take that call for whatever reason. I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
I didn't either, Mark.
It was just weird. That's all. We don't get that. What? I've been doing this for 12 years, 13 years now, Mark.
It's the first
time I've heard a road rage incident with one of our RLMs.
You know who I was banking on? I had no idea who the referral list member was. But I was banking on one of the big HVAC companies simply because their presence is everywhere. Everywhere. Let's face it, this was not Plumline or Fix It, but those guys have vans
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Right, Mark. I mean, Jim probably wants to know
Of course
if he's
he
got
does.
a hothead running around. Insurance reasons, liability reasons.
Any reason. Now, what would happen if it was him?
Oh,
that
that's
would be
funny.
insane.
That's funny.
If it literally was him. Now, Steve's got an issue with the roofer, but I'm going to go back to Mark real quick. By the way, we got one line open. Keith, I want you to stay up in case the owner has any questions. Just hang tight. 303 Martino, one line open, 303-713-8255. Mark, how can we help you now? We understand you got injured a long time ago in the Army. You had some problems with your neck, your vertebrae. You have been on opiates for a long time. Recently, they switched your medication. The medication is helping with the pain, but the side effects are not good. Did you talk to the doctor at that point? Are they going to readjust your pain medication? Where does it stand right now?
Right now, she denied the whole time that it caused edema.
Okay.
For 2 years. And then I went to the wound clinic, and they had me in there for a year dealing with this leg because I had to sometimes take the medicine. What I was doing is not taking it some days, so the leg would stay down, so it would heal. And then I take the medicine, the leg would swell up and just blow all the healing out.
But they're
of it.
saying, hold on,
And
but
then it started rotting.
your doctor's saying that that particular pain med would not cause that?
Yes.
Okay, so
And
they
so
want to
I
keep you on that.
pharmacy.
Just saying that, just let's stick to what you just said. Were you in there trying to get back onto Vicodin compared to this because this was giving you so many problems? And then that's when she said that?
I told him I'd take anything that didn't cause rash and edema. And for 2 years, she denied that it caused swelling. I went to the pharmacy. They have a pharmacy advisor.
But keep going. That was even 2 years. Now we're even talking 2 years ago. So where are we at right now today?
Well, after I had suffered through a year in the wound clinic, I had to go to dermatology, and the lady looked at me and said, "Mark, you're covered head to toe in a rash. I can't examine you like that. You'll have to come back at another time."
When was that?
And that was here in February. And 2 days after I saw the dermatologist, I told her, "Well, doc, there's nothing going to change unless someone advocates for me to my pain doctor." And 2 days later, she had put me on. Now they put me on methadone.
Yeah.
Which you have to go and have your heart checked all the time. So 2 days after
I have never heard of anybody put on methadone except for one reason, but keep going. So now what? Now you're on methadone. Is that creating other issues?
Pain medicine they're using nowadays.
Mark, what do you want to be on? What are you looking for?
Vicodin didn't work for me. I used it for 15 or 20 years.
See, it took a long time. It took a long time to get back there. Hold on. It took so long to get back there. He wants the drug of his choice, Vicodin. I don't know what else to say about it. That's what he wants. A lot of doctors are not going to give that to you now. They're simply not going to give it to you. I wouldn't mind. I don't know what Deputy Doc can possibly do on this, but what I would like Deputy Doc to do is have a conversation with you, Mark. He has been a doctor his entire life. I would like him just to have a conversation with you. Are you willing to do that?
Sure.
Okay.
But the point being is I want a medicine that works on my pain.
I understand.
Does not cause
Mark, is it possible you just missed the high of
Vicodin?
Vicodin? Is that possible?
Sure, if you want to say that.
Yeah, okay.
I took it. I told the doctor.
And Mark,
when,
look, man, I'm not here. I'm not a doctor. I am not here to tell you that's good, bad, or indifferent. I'm simply pointing out what the facts are. You want to be back on Vicodin.
If you can get a slight buzz from Vicodin, sure, sometimes you do.
Sure.
But
Okay, when you take 8 of them, right, Mark?
Right. Take it or not take it. You don't have to. Nowadays, they want you to take a whole lot of meds and stay on it.
Yeah, hold on here. I'm going to have to break. Here's what I want to do with this. So, honest to God, I want Deputy Doc to have a real conversation with him and just kind of give me a follow-up on it. I'm not Deputy Doc. There's no need to call any doctors. None of that's going to do any good. I want you to have a talk with Mark, and I think you can read between the lines and see what's going on with this guy. I feel bad for him. He's been hurt his whole life. 2/3 of his life plus, he's been injured, and he likes Vicodin. Now, There's two schools of thought. What do you do with the 60 to 65-year-old person that's been in pain and been on opiates for 40 years? Do you just pull them off and then the next 10 years are horrible? Or do you just keep feeding them the meds? There's two schools of thought here. I am not God. I don't know the answer.
I think they should just give him what he wants.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, giving him what he wants might put him in the grave early. But not giving it to him is going to be making him the most miserable SOB on the planet. I don't know the answer.
We need our doc to call him.
Deputy Doc. I want you to call and have a real conversation, and I want to have a follow-up conversation with Deputy Doc and Mark on air at some point. Even if it's today, I'd love to do it. If Doc can reach out and talk to this guy. 303 Martino, one line open. You've been ripped off or taken advantage of. I want to hear from you. We're going to find out after this if Suzanne reached the owner of our referral list member, and we'll go from there. Steve's got a roof issue we're going to dig into as well. One line open, 303 Martino. Free up that one line, please. This guy's good, this mentalist. He's incredible. All right, I want to tell you about two great companies, both of which I have personally used. Number one, Euro Plumbing. These guys came out. We have two hot water heaters in our house. Replaced both of them. One of them is fast recovery for when we don't have guests or the kids aren't at home. And that's the one we use all the time. But if we have a full house, like around Christmas and Thanksgiving, we kick the other one on. Bam, bam. What I love is not only the great products, a great warranty, but the price. They got new water heaters installed, gas lines, water lines, everything new. Check this out. Under $1,500. You're going to love them. 720-500-3000. They also do whole house repipes cheaper than anybody with PEX. If you've been shopping to get your entire house redone with new piping, PEX, you got to call these guys. 720-500-3000 or EuroPlumbingColorado.com. The other one I want to tell you about is a steel building. Great Western Buildings. I bought one of their buildings for an RV garage probably 7-8 years ago. It still looks brand new. 100% American steel, built right here in Colorado by Coloradoans. They employ over 150 people. They have a 120,000 square foot manufacturing facility in Grand Junction. They can do anything from a carport to a training facility. 303-495-5701 or GreatWesternBuildings.com. So we're just going to free those up. We gonna free them up. I'm getting fired up, Bo.
Yeah, that was a great...
Not even sure why.
You're getting fired up because you're going to take tomorrow off.
Yeah, I'm in Shattern for 2 days.
Let me know how that goes. I'm interested. I think that...
You have no idea how many people have told me exactly that. I have no... Until I dig in, I already have the basics. If the infrastructure is 75% good, this thing will cash flow day one. We'll pop 20 new trailers on there and it'll start moving.
Does he have a price in mind?
Yeah, I'd never pay what he's looking for now, but that doesn't matter.
Come on, so Bo, listen, you're in the big kid's chair. You've got to go into program when we're in content. Okay?
What does
Because you
that
had
mean?
no idea I was talking. When you're offline, you can't hear that I'm on the air. I mean, you like in the middle of me talking to Mark, you started talking.
Because you can't hear her.
You have to go back to PGM when we're in content.
In content, okay.
When we're on break, get in that habit. You're going to be demoted to that little mic.
Ooh, Bo got scolded. Bo's in trouble.
I guess when Tom's in studio, I always use offline so I can hear it.
Wow.
Little boy mic. I don't want to go to the little boy mic.
Man, I'll tell you this. You're lucky.
Why is that?
When Deputy Doc did that one time, she hit him with a bat.
Well, Mark, I've always done it during the breaks. I guess it doesn't count if Tom's not in home studio. Okay, all right. I'll just stay there.
Yeah, the home studio is completely different.
Okay.
Jim Snyder already thought he knew who it was. He's confirming, and then he's going to call in the owner of Cracker Jack.
Love it.
Talk about it.
Good job. Good job. Good job. It's going to unfold right after this break. See, Shannon, in the biz, we call that a tease.
Yeah.
A tease.
Show back line.
Imagine like when you're getting a hooker.
And again, Adam, I hate to.
How would she tease you? That's what I do to the audience.
Oh, you know, a little, how about a sample there, hun?
A free sample. Only in Mexico.
And Costco. They both, and they rhyme.
Hey, that could very well be true here in Colorado soon. With legal, instead of selling you windows and water treatment, leaving.
I am saving up right now. Unmarked bills.
Can you imagine? New windows. Oh, do you guys need a water treatment? No. Excuse me, sir. What are you doing later on?
Oh, I may not be able to afford much. Just rub it through the jeans.
I saw the funniest damn thing at Costco one time with a plumb line employee.
Oh.
I swear to God, it was the funniest thing I ever saw. And I sent the owner, Bob Logan, you know Bob, I sent him a picture, and I still have that picture. All right, 303-713-8255. We got a couple things going on. First of all, Keith had the problem with one of our referral list members and getting cut off and just kind of a road rage incident. That's basically how he described it. Suzanne, you got with the owner, and he's going to check into it. And right after the break, we're going to have him on.
Yep.
I'm dying to hear that side of it. So, Keith, you hold on there. We freed up that line for Mark, although someone just grabbed it, it looks like. We might have one line open, 303-713-8255. We're right up against the hour. I do want to say this, interesting enough with Keith and Steve, I'm going to go to you in a second. We were going through Costco one time during COVID, Suzanne and I, and at the time, Plumline had been in the Costco's around Denver Metro.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Remember this? You know, when you leave, they can sell you windows, they can sell you appliances, blinds, they sell you water treatment, and they were doing water treatment. Plumline was. All those companies you see in Costco, they don't work for Costco. They basically make a deal with bigger companies, and that's how they do it. And Plumline was a great fit for them. But during COVID, we're there. You know, when you're checking out at Costco and it's around the holidays and you're in a line that's 40 deep and they're hand checking off the stupid receipts to get you out of there, I look over and this lady is sitting in a chair, outright snoring, asleep, with probably, oh my God, which had to be 300 people leaving the Costco at the exit. She's sleeping through it, which, I mean, my God, I can barely get through a Costco on the holidays. She's sleeping. And I go, what? And I look over and there's a little plumb line. So I pull out my phone and I take a picture of her sleeping in the middle of this crowd. And I send it to the owner of Plumline. Wow. He was not happy at all. He was not a happy person with that employee. I'm not even going to say what happened to that employee.
She didn't return to Costco.
I didn't see her at Costco again after that. But it's kind of amazing when you have a big company and you have people out there driving your trucks. You have people representing your company on your behalf all around the state. You better dot your I's, cross your T's. I can't wait to find out from the owner of our referral list member what's going on with there. Now, for the life of me, why is Mark back up?
We were going to ask you on break. Were you going to give him a phone number? I'm a
No,
little
Deputy
lost.
Doc. I want Deputy Doc to call Mark. Get Mark's phone number.
Gotcha.
Deputy Doc, listen, I want you to email Deputy Doc. I want him to have a real conversation about the pain meds and what's going on kind of in his life. Then I want to have a follow-up with him and Deputy Doc on air. I think Deputy Doc is perfect for this for numerous reasons. Hey, Steve, really quick, what is your roof issue? Really fast.
Okay, I had the roof replaced in 2018 after a hailstorm. Come to find out that was a bad batch of shingles.
Perfect. That's what I needed to know. We're going to try to help you with that. We can even get on one of our experts if needed. But if it's literally a bad batch, we should be able to help you with the warranty. 303 Martino, one line open.
For plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains, think Plumbline Services with quality brands like Carrier. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. I use Plumbline in my home. Service professionals, 25 years strong. On a mission of excellence, character, and ethics. Castle Rock to Fort Collins since 1998. Plumbline and Carrier. Turn to the experts. No phone call, no hassles. PlumlineServices.com.
Service at home, service at heart. Plumbline Services.
Get your give on at the Children's Hospital Colorado Mighty Millions raffle and win big. Win vehicles, vacations, bonus cash, and the $3 million grand prize show home in Winter Park. Buy your tickets now at MightyMillionsRaffle.com.
You'll use the radio in your car more than anything else. When buying a new car, make sure the AM/FM is simple, clear, and convenient.
What kind of talk is this anyway? This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
An iHeartRadio station.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW, Denver. This is 630 KHOW. Denver's talk station. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Put us back on YouTube right now like this.
Okay.
Yeah. But
look at YouTube. Poll time. Who was it? What was the caller's name? That was the first caller, the opioid. Mark. Oh, Mark. That's right. Gee, that's a tough one for unfucking believable.
No, it's not.
Shut up.
If you could just get the gist of the issue, you'll be reaching out to our deputies. Hey, Adam, get this call over to Bo. Yeah, get this call over to Deputy Dollar, okay, whatever. And so you got to get always a name, repeat the phone number, make sure you got that right, and then just stay short. This is an car insurance issue. This is if they send in an email, the caller, you can forward that email on to the deputy as well, so they have all that information. You don't have to keep track of the cases, but you'll definitely need to be aware enough to go, okay, I've got to get this caller, his info, over to this deputy, okay? And if you don't know, you ask. Hey, Tommy, I missed that. What did you say to do with this caller? Hey, Mark, I missed that, okay? Most of the time, you got to do that on break, okay? I wouldn't try texting either of those two hosts for anything during the show.
I'll never see it, bro.
Yeah, Mark will never see it during the show. Tom would never see it. Well, Tom might at one point, but, you know, they're busy posting, right?
Yeah. I would just not have an offline, because I always like to have an offline button on during the break.
Okay, so Mark's gone, and that means Shannon probably put 4 on hold, so you need to fill 4.
You go back up to program.
I wasn't flipping it back.
Yeah, you just didn't hit it because you're not used to sitting there.
So what happens? It doesn't go out over the
when you're in. No, it's got nothing to do with that. You simply can't hear when Suzanne's talking on air because you're listening offline.
Okay.
It doesn't even matter why. Just remember when we're on break, offline.
I've done this for years. I've always been offline, so I can talk.
That's fine, but when we go back to the show, you have to have it PGM because you'll never hear me. Like, you just interrupt.
I'll never hear you.
You won't hear me. Okay. And I, unlike Kelly, I make myself a big part of the show, especially when it's Mark,
is
this
like my first day here? Okay, I got
just get in the habit, that's all.
He's an ornery cuss.
I love you, Bo. You know that.
I like making mistakes.
He's an ornery cuss.
See, because when Tom is home, turning it on and off is second nature.
Yes. Yep.
So real quick, the 4 who's calling about...
Comment on the road rage. Great. Okay. Yep. Remember to tab out so Mark sees that. Is it Angelo? Yeah. Okay. G-E-L, Angelo, just E-L-O.
That's the name of the first Italian restaurant we went to together.
Yeah.
Aww.
Angelo's. We were like,
Angelo's in Oklahoma.
What is it? Something in the Tramp, sucking the spaghetti together. Except it wasn't spaghetti.
Okay.
It's true.
It was chicken parmesan.
Angelo's in Oklahoma.
Angelo's in Oklahoma.
You got it.
Yeah. Lady in the Tramp.
Ripped off. Bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Welcome, my friends, to the only show of its kind. We're here to solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. Here's the bottom line. I got one line open, and if you have been ripped off or taken advantage of or just need some advice, if we can't answer you here, we'll get an expert on to do so. That is what we do. That is how we have recovered over $300 million in cash merchandise exchanges, refunds, all directly due to the show. Think about that. So if you need help, 303 Martino, that number works on and off the air. We had probably 5, 10, 15 voicemails we had over the weekend. Some of them we got back to over the weekend. We also get a ton of email to help@troubleshooter.com. But the bottom line is we want to help you. There's a big one I'm hoping we get on later on. A guy's getting an engine rebuilt. Apparently he's got a warranty on it. And he had an engine rebuilt. He had a warranty on it and it's leaking. And for whatever reason, the company doesn't want to honor the warranty. But there's so much more to the story, just like every single story out there. Now, I'm going to go back to Steve and his roof issue in 1 second, but I am going to take a comment on road rage real quick. This should be a quick comment, then we'll go to Steve on the roof and the shingles that are apparently a manufacturer's defect. Here's the gig. Listen to this, road rage. We had someone call up Keith and said, hey, I have a problem with one of your referral list members. It turns out they cut him off and were apparently, according to Keith, the caller, road raging. So we had him on the air. We figured out what company. Suzanne, we're going to have the owner of the company on shortly, and he thinks he knows who it was. And maybe we can get to the bottom of it. Maybe we can get the other side of the story. We're going to see what we can figure out there. Now, 303 Martino, I don't know why I gave that out. We're full. What is your comment, Angelo, on road rage?
Hello.
Hey, Angelo.
Comment is I'm a driver myself, and I've had situations like that where I'm taking my time. I love driving. This is what I do. Well, I have times that there'll be a guy on my butt because I'm going up a hill. I'm just taking it easy. Yeah. And I think it was last week. He come right beside me and flipped me off.
You're a semi driver.
Okay. No, I'm a hot shot driver. Pickup in a 40-foot trailer.
Oh wow. Okay. Curious. So you're saying they get mad simply because you can't go any faster or don't want to because you're pulling around this trailer.
Yes. And
so what do you do when they come up? I'm curious. What do you do when they drive up beside you after that and flip you off?
Well, if it was in the past, I would have probably done did something crazy, but
he's like, if it was in the past, I might have done 10 to 20.
Yeah, but you know what? A lot of us drivers, we love doing this, or else we wouldn't be out here doing it. But a lot of times, it's because it's the motor vehicles that are getting upset with us because either we can't pass the other rig or we're going up an incline, and just like in Houston, I was sitting right there. Well, he pissed me off, and he keeps breaking me and everything. I'm like. So my fiance, she rides with me hot shot, and she's like, "Don't do it, baby." He just kept doing it. So I came out right behind him, and I said, "Come on, just come over here, just." But there's several occasions that you can't let those commoners, these people that don't have Class C light, you can't let those people get you going, man. No, and they always try to make a bad name. Then I got another situation where. You have several cars, they sit there and go around me, circle me, and then I'll go park, and they do the same thing. And I'm like, I know I'm not tripping. But I had my fiance, I said, man, do you see that car? That's the same car that was at the other place doing the same damn thing. Doing the same thing. I don't know what that's about. So you're basically saying a lot of times, even though you're the company driver, you're doing this for a living, it's the other people that are upset because you can't move in and out like a slack car. Correct. And that's why I was like, man, I said, this is my first time ever hopping in on radio, live a show like this. But I like to tell a lot of y'all, man. Well, Angelo, we appreciate the comment, and guys like you commenting, we absolutely love. Now, Jim Snyder. Hey, Jim, I haven't seen you forever. You used to come in studio at least once every couple months. How is life, before we dive into this issue with Keith, how is life at Cracker Jack Mudjacking, man? You guys do it right. You absolutely do. In all these years, I am proud to say, the only complaint I have ever got on Cracker Jack Mudjacking, ever, the only complaint is this one, and it's got nothing to do with what you guys do. Apparently, Jim, one of your drivers
was cutting this guy off, Keith, and getting in front of him, brake checking him. And I'm sure there's two sides to every story. Did you figure out what driver it was, and did you happen to have a conversation with him?
I most certainly did, Tom, and it's good to talk to you. I've missed seeing you, and I appreciate your kind words. And, the particular driver that he's talking about knew exactly what the situation was. When I asked him, he didn't deny it. He's a pretty honest guy. He's been with me for 7 years, Tom. I have never got a complaint about his driving. He's never got a traffic ticket in his personal car or in one of the company cars in that period of time. He's a very good guy, and he was extremely apologetic.
Hey, Jim, first of all, I just want to correct you. Generally with callers, I don't correct you, but it's Mark, just so you know, Jim.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mark. Okay, yeah, I thought it was on.
No, Jim, trust me, it happens 24/7. I get it. Was he having a bad day? Did he acknowledge that something was eating at him, or?
No, he actually wasn't having a bad day. He said that he merged into the lane and that it was very tight. Traffic was heavy, and the car in front of him, once he merged into the lane, put his brake on, so he braked. But he was not intentionally brake checking the guy. He was extremely apologetic about it. He said, listen, the guy flipped me off. He was very angry. He said, if I could have, I would have pulled over off the side of the highway and apologized to him myself. There was nothing intentional about it. It was just a tough traffic situation, and he needed to get over or be forced off the highway.
Keith, I'm sorry, I'm going to pull up Keith. Keith, you're talking to Jim there, but I love everything I'm hearing. The guy acknowledged it. He apologized. He got caught. There's no doubt about it. But Keith, do you have any follow-up questions for Jim or anything else? I mean, these guys, Jim runs a great show. How many people do you have on the road these days, Jim? How many trucks?
On a typical day, 4 or 5.
Okay. So, Keith, do you have any questions?
I don't have any questions. I have comments because there was no way, there was not enough traffic for him to be in a tight situation. He did that on purpose. He sped up to get in front of me on purpose and brake check me. There's no way, there was no one in front of him when he did that brake check. No one. It was 8:30 in the morning or 8:40 in the morning. There was no one in front of him.
Damn, you're riled up, Keith. This guy got to you.
Because he risked my life. This guy risked my life, and now he's going to sit here, I'm so sorry. You know, that's BS. That's BS. He did that on purpose. I don't care what he tells anybody else. This guy, that was road rage, and I called into the state police for this guy.
Wow. So Keith, what would you want at this point? I know you want to make a point and make sure his boss knows what happens, and now he's on the radar, which is done. Jim now knows. He knows what driver he talked to him, and now I think he's listening to you. Jim is not blowing you off by any means. I've known the guy for over 10 years. The bottom line is I'm sure he's listening to what you're saying. And Jim, I would assume that driver's probably listening at this point.
Yeah, I told him that I was going to be talking to you on the radio and that he needed to listen to the conversation.
And this goes to a lot of companies out there. Think about Keith. Keith is very upset. I don't know what happened there, but no matter what, Keith is very upset. There's no doubt. He feels like his life was in danger and everything else, and it sounds like possibly it was. I don't know what actually happened as far as did the guy break in front of this other guy or what happened. Who knows? But companies out there, drivers out there, and we have a lot of people that listen to this show. Think about who you're representing when you're in their truck. You can't be crazy. You simply can't do it. Keith, I don't know what else to do to appease you. The fact the owner of the company came on and is talking about it and talked to the driver and apologized is more.
Yeah, he didn't apologize to me. He apologized with but here's the situation, which is actually a lie. That's what he did. It's a BS apology. And if he wants to apologize, he can apologize directly to me. I'd like to talk to him because he's lying about what he said the situation was.
Hold on, Jim, go ahead.
And I'm going to tell you right now.
Hold on. Just
everybody listening out there, this is who you have representing you at Concrete or the Mudjacking, and
Keith.
This is who's representing you on your website.
Keith, there is no other place. Now I got to put him on hold. Keith, I have given you a platform over people that I have known for a long time and that I trust. I acknowledge, and so does the owner of the company, the driver screwed up. I don't care what else. There's no doubt he screwed up. And I understand how upset you are. But to come on after the owner puts himself out there, how many people do you think that run a company would come on the air and talk about something like this?
Not a lot.
Not a lot whatsoever. I think you're completely taking that away from this. We're trying to help you out. I just got to take this break, for God's sake. You know what? Ask Jim if that employee would call up and talk to Keith. And God help you, Keith, if he apologizes directly to you and that doesn't help, I don't know what else, for God's sake, we could do.
Are you tired of biased news and woke entertainment? There's finally a streaming service built for you. Truth Plus from Trump Media gives you free access to non-woke news channels, thousands of patriotic movies and TV shows. And with a Patriot package, you get premium channels like Newsmax, Great American Family, and INSP. Support media that shares your values. Go to truthplus.tv or download the Truth Plus app on your smart TV or app store today. Make TV great again.
DiscountBath.com, quality remodels at a discount price. You know, everything is upfront and transparent. You're going to love these guys. They manage all the materials in the job for you once they start. But what Suzanne absolutely loved about them is how Chris came out and went over every aspect of the job. The different brands like Kohler and American Standard, the different kinds like a pedestal sink in the particular bathroom I'm thinking about, the different kind of commodes. You name it, they went over all the ideas, then everything gets ordered, then the crew shows up, and they knock it out. Our job only took 2 days. Think about that. It was a hallway bathroom, but 2 days we have a brand new bathroom. It's absolutely gorgeous. Everything looks great. You got to check these guys out for yourself. DiscountBath.com. It's that simple. DiscountBath.com. They can even send you a link via email where you can upload a quick video and get a quote over the phone. DiscountBath.com. Oh, no, that's right. No, I didn't, but I'll just knock him out. Tell me when. It's not lessons online. It's ongoing education. And you're never done with ongoing education. Fix it 24/7. Think of that furnace. It has been working its butt off. For the last 3 or 4 months, these cold nights, you know that furnace has been nonstop. Now's the time to call them up. $39 for new customers. They're going to come out, tear it apart, get rid of the dirt, which, by the way, is the #1 killer of a furnace. $39. This is their way of showing you what a great company they are and all the different products. They're even going to put a guaranteed no breakdown sticker on that furnace. Go to fixmyhome.com. You're going to love it. They're going to spend an hour and a half, 2 hours. Fixmyhome.com. Dr. Joel was supposed to be in with me today. He is the owner of Denver Regen. Their website's denverregen.com. If you've been thinking about the newest GLP-1 weight loss drugs, do what I do. You call up Dr. Joel. You do the entire program. I dropped over 42 pounds in 8 months with these guys, and their pricing is the best out there. Go to denverregen.com. That's denverregen.com.
Just said, look at my employees driving. I don't want to put them on the air, but I would like an opportunity to say something else to the caller.
Got it.
Okay. I tell you, I think that caller's neck is a hothead, don't you?
I'll probably bring that out here in a minute.
Let you say his thing first.
Yeah, I will. It's babble. It's babble. I'm babbling.
You guys bring in the Slim Jims?
No, I don't know. Who brought in the Slim Jims?
Those are freaking good.
You did?
Who did?
I can't hear you offline.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I bought them, and Dimitri was so absolutely appreciative of the no-carb snack.
Oh, my God. If you look at them, I used to like Slim Jims, but, man, there's something.
Did you eat them?
It's salt and vinegar.
I just had two
wrapped in.
Oh, wow.
His compliment wasn't entirely hetero.
God, Bo, clean up after yourself. You were a hot mess last
Yeah,
week.
what did I mess up?
There was like trail nuts all over the table
You're like
where
a
you were
squirrel.
sitting.
Where?
I was like, holy
Yeah, I don't
shit,
see him.
it was a mess.
Yeah, what are you talking
Boy,
about?
she is picking on you today. My
That wasn't
God.
me. That was.
I love Bo.
That
The
was
guy, goes out and installs free furnaces for us.
Yeah, and I'm getting.
He's a doll. I love
He
Bo.
And you're
has to
making
do that
fun-
to make up for what an ass he is.
That's true.
Stealing pizzas.
You can always tell where he's at, though. You just follow the crumbs.
He's rifling Tom's medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
That I love about him. All right, 303-713-8255, 303 Martino. So the guy's driving right now. Jim's got a good point. That's all we need is this guy calling up on the air. But Jim wanted to say something. Jim is the owner of Cracker Jack Mudjacking. Keith called in this morning and said, hey, one of your referral list members, cut me off and almost killed me and blah, blah, blah. Jim, what do you want to say after that interaction we just had?
Keith, what I'd like to say is I didn't mean to give a hollow apology just to the general public. That apology was directed straight at you. Unfortunately, we are not on a phone together. I will have further conversations with my driver. All I can tell you is the guy has been with me 7 years.
And he's a good guy.
This is the first complaint I've ever got. That doesn't mean I'm taking it lightly. It also does not mean I'm dismissing it. It's unacceptable to drive that way. He knows it. He also knows my company name and phone numbers on the side of the truck. So, again, personally, Keith, to you, I apologize. Did not mean to ruin your day. Did not want to see you put in any danger. And I will have a further conversation with my driver this evening when he gets back. I did want to put him on the radio because he would be happy to apologize to himself, but he is driving and I didn't want to make another untenable situation on the road.
Keith?
Yes, sir. Jim, I appreciate your apology. My point, what I was making was not that I didn't appreciate your apology. The fact of the matter is that I think your driver misconstrued what he was trying to play off to you, that it wasn't that big of a deal. And I have a family to come home to every day, and I don't appreciate people driving like that. And he just unluckily got caught this time, and I don't think it's the first time he did it. However,
well, Keith, we don't know that.
And I'm not sitting here trying to.
Keith, I got to be honest, man.
Yes, I do.
Listen, I can't say any more than this, and I don't care if he's a referral list member or not. That was the damn nicest apology I ever heard. He said he's going to talk to the driver more at length, and I'm going to throw this in there. Maybe I'm the only one thinking this, but you seem like you might be a little bit of a hothead, too.
I'm a hothead when someone tries to run me off the road.
Fair enough. I really think, Jim, Jim, I do appreciate you coming on. And Keith, I'm glad you called up. I think you got your pound of flesh. I'm not saying that's what you wanted, but I mean, that's kind of where we're at. And Jim's going to talk to that employee later. In fact, if you want to turn over, talk to Jim afterwards. If he wants Keith's number, I've got no problem with that. But honest to goodness, I do appreciate you coming on, Jim. And let me ask you something completely off subject. You guys did some work for us years ago on one of our steps leading up to like a deck. So it's a cement driveway, then there's steps. You guys mudjacked that. Gosh, how long ago was that, Suzanne? That had to be 10 years ago.
It was about 10 years ago.
It was a long time ago. That thing still hasn't moved. This is just a total side note. I always thought eventually the void could come back, but I assume you guys did it. You did it right. Does mudjacking literally work forever?
In most cases, in 9 out of 10, 1 out of 10, if the subsoil's not done settling and it settles, it'll go down with it. But that's why we offer a 2-year warranty, so that if it does happen, we can come back and take care of it for you at no charge. But 9 times out of 10, you never have another issue with it.
And then this time of year, and I say this time, it's a nice day today. When it's cold, I mean, are you guys still out pumping mud right now all the time? In Colorado, is there times you can't do it? I mean, I guess if it's negative 10 for a week, you're barely going to get into the ground. But with the exception of that, can you basically run all the time mudjacking?
Yeah, we do work all year long, and you hit it right on the head. If we get down to those negative numbers, the concrete will actually freeze to the subsoil, and we can't do it then. But as long as we have reasonable weather, like we have had all winter this winter, we work constantly.
And you can do patios, driveways, I mean anything. If it's made out of concrete and it needs to come up, you guys can fix it.
Absolutely. Any flat work. Garage
free
floors,
estimates, too?
Floors. Absolutely.
How does that work? People, I'll give your number out, but people just call up, you come out, and you look at it, and you tell them it's going to be this much, and that's all there is to it.
Right. It takes about 10 minutes, and we don't give them estimates. We give them quotes. If we make a mistake and it should be more, we eat it. The price we give you is the price you pay.
I love it. And, Jim, I want to personally thank you for coming on, and we can call it Facing the Music. We can call it whatever you want to, but I'm telling you, a lot of companies, the owner would never come on. The owner would never say, I'm going to follow up with this employee afterwards, and we really do appreciate it. And it reminds me of one of the reasons not only has Suzanne and I used you, but how we have represented you guys at Cracker Jack Mudjacking for years. And if someone wants a free quote, here's what I know. I know this. I know anybody that listened to this entire segment would have no problem using this company. I had absolutely no problem using it based on this. But I want to tell you one more thing. A 10-year time period they've been with us on the referral list, maybe even a little longer. Not one complaint. This is the first one. Be it odd as it is, it's the first one. But you can reach Cracker Jack. That's not his cell phone, is it, Suzanne? 303-410-7787. 303-410-7787. And then if those two want to exchange numbers, you got all that handled behind the scene. And then, Keith, at a later date, after you calm down a little bit, I get it was a bad morning, but after a day or so goes by, maybe you talk with this individual. I don't know how that's going to work out, but if you want to make a follow-up call, Suzanne will tell you how to do it without having to wait in line. 303-713-8255. Steve, I'm coming right back to you with the roof issue and the shingles. Corey's got a problem with an engine rebuild or a rebuilder. I'm not sure. We're going to have one line open. 303-713-TALK. Should we thank Keith for Jim's free commercial now? We're like, that's fun. These 15s are insane. They're smart, though. They know they're going to get some free time. They're smart. I got to give it to them. I'll start booking all my clients 15s. I'm going to start booking all my clients 15s like Lazera. And it was breathtaking. And it turned into a commercial for him. All right, CMG, I want to tell you about a great lender, and that is John Clace. He works for CMG. By the way, these guys loan out over $2 billion a month. They're huge. They're direct lenders, the underwriters, everybody's under the same roof. In fact, my son used them for his first purchase. Not only do they have all kinds of first-time home buyers programs they can do, but He went from application to closing in 28 days. They do reverse mortgages, lines of credit. They do it all, and they have low rates, and they have low fees. They're the best out there, in my opinion. 303-577-7206. Call John directly, 303-577-7206, or go to partnerinlending.com. Joseph A. Lazara, if you get in trouble, maybe a DUI, domestic violence, assault, bar fight, you get the idea. Put this phone number in your phone. We did the shopping for you. He's the best. 303-429-6200. 303-429-6200. Boy, that guy was a hothead.
Yeah, he was.
Woo-hoo. Time for a new poll.
I think if you gave him a free mudjacking job, he wouldn't be happy.
I think he just needs to calm down.
And I didn't necessarily want to share some of what's going on here. You know?
Say it again.
Some of the reason for my insane intermittent, are we on YouTube, are we not on YouTube, offline program sitch going on over here. It's a long story. You don't
It's
have
a
time
story.
for it. You don't have time for it. What can I help you with today?
You just help all the time.
I know. I can't turn it off.
That's in sync. I was literally...
It's Shannon.
It's
Shannon.
It's stuck in on. Now, once upon a time, I took all these, see where it says on the mic switches and everything? I took those off and turned them upside down so they all said no.
Did you really?
Jeez.
That's actually funny.
What a troublemaker Shannon is.
Well,
Did you do it to the off one so it would say faux?
What would that say? I don't know. That's scary.
Oh, Shannon.
I got nothing.
You're in Mark's love languages. It's beautiful.
I haven't aimed high, yet I still reach low.
We need to get Elon on. I got a new idea for Tesla.
Here we
Elon
go.
Musk?
We have Mad Max.
Yeah.
We have Mad Max mode. That's what I drive in all the time.
Yeah.
Mad Max, aggressive son of a bitch.
Yeah.
It'll just pass you and keep going. Its entire goal in life is to get you wherever you're going fast.
And
So what do we need? What do we need Elon
Oh, yeah.
for?
It won't go over 85, but it weaves in and out up to 85.
Oh, nice.
So what do we need Elon for? Are we going to do a Shanny
Road
sauce
rage mode.
Oh,
We need road rage
The
mode
fuck you
with
mode.
middle fingers that pop up and all kinds of shit.
Line 3 first, Mark. He's been holding the longest.
Okay.
I was wondering about that, if it would speed for you.
Oh, God, yes.
That's great.
The problem is in some neighborhoods like ours, I don't know where it understands its data set. Like, we have one road, even though there's really no one ever on it, and there's really very few homes, it's like 35 miles per hour, and the damn car will do 60, no problem.
Yeah.
I think it's probably because of the deer running around everywhere.
That call brought up.
So that's too fast for that area. So I got to take it out of Mad Max.
That call got people.
It'd be nice to be able to set points in it as you go. Set notes, you know?
Road rage mode.
Bo, did you see I professed my love for you on YouTube?
No. I'll have to.
Did he buy you a loofah?
He's no Dimitri.
No, I am no Dimitri.
Yeah, I never thought another man would be buying my wife a loofah or a falafel.
Well, the way you came in talking about the damn protein snack kind of threw me. I hope he's listening right now.
He said, finally, a snack named after me, a Slim Jim.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been more uncomfortable if he was doing jazzercise while he talked about it. Golly.
Well, you should be in here when he's putting on his signature scent.
Oh, no.
From his pen.
Does it squirt out of his pen?
He is a very interesting lad.
He's a trip.
He is a trip. That is a good way to describe him.
does
You notice
put out
something,
some
though?
pheromones.
None of our deputies,
Some pheromone.
not one of them, would people consider normal. All right, 303-713-8255. By the way, I put up a poll on our YouTube channel. And, well, I'm not going to tell you what it says. How's that? I'm simply not going to tell you. If you go to youtube.com and then type in Troubleshooter Network, you'll see it live. Join in. Plus, you'll see the show behind the show. We call it a show within the show. 303-713-8255. I'm going to head back to this roofing problem. I did have a thought over the break, and I'm not going to discuss it now because I got to get to the phones. I'm trying to keep myself in check here. If you have a Tesla, you know there's Mad Max. That is a self-driving mode. I came up with a new one that was perfect for that last call, but I just came up with it late. We're going to try to get Elon Musk on, see if he can't get it done and programmed and hopefully done by the weekend. Meantime, Steve, you had your roof done how long ago, sir?
September of 2018, Mark.
Oh, my God. September of 2018. When did you discover and how did you discover there was an issue with the shingles? And are they just asphalt shingles?
Yes, they're asphalt shingles made by Malarkey.
Got it.
And I was contacted about a year ago by the original contractor who installed those.
Who was it?
And they said that there was a batch of these shingles that could be faulty. Now, I don't know how they found out, if it was a class action or if Malarkey contacted people they sold them to. I don't know. But they sent the roofing contractor sent an inspector out. He looked, took pictures, sent that to the manufacturer. Manufacturer sent their guy out. He looked, he measured, took pictures. And I did get a letter say, yes, there were cracks and blah, blah, it was bad. And here's what we're going to offer you to settle up.
And what?
And that amount was about $1,500 less than the entire roof cost me back in 2008.
How much was the roof back then?
Back then was $15,050.
So they're offering you like $14,000 basically?
$13,500.
So, I mean, to me, this sounds like a great company. So that's great, right?
They're a huge company. They just got bought out by another company now. Yeah. They're headquartered out of Portland. And I get it that I got use out of, the roof all these years, but if it wasn't faulty, I wouldn't need to be replacing it now. So, through no fault of my own, I didn't choose, when you choose.
Have you tried the bargain?
They assume they're going to get good product.
Look, man, I understand where you're coming from. In fact, there's probably a lot of people going, wait a minute. Why should I have to come $1,500 out? And there's a lot of people listening going, well, wait, you got 5 years out of it. That's a hell of a deal. I wish the company I dealt with did that, or the manufacturer. Who was the original roofer?
The original roofer was a Schroeder Sorensen roofing company out of Greeley. They actually installed it.
Well, are they willing? Well, hold on. Are they willing to do it for the $13,500, or are you just going to pocket the money?
Right.
No, and I'm not going to pocket the money. I'm going to replace it. I don't want it leaking. I've been up there. I can see the cracks.
So why wouldn't they? Well, I think that's smart. But why wouldn't they just eat the $1,500? They're not willing to do it.
Well. But, Mark, it's not $1,500. When I got current bids, now it's anywhere from $18,000 to $21,000.
You know what? Let's get Jay Bretz on. Hold on. I do want to get a roofing expert. And let's see if Henry or Jay have a contact with Malarkey. I get what you're saying. Now, all of a sudden, how much are the bids again?
I've got bids ranging from $17,000 to $21,000.
Wow.
17 is a pretty cheap end.
Yeah, but 17.
Not high quality.
Is that roofing company that you dealt with, are they still in business?
Yeah, they are, but the problem is they contacted me, and then I was saying, okay, well, let me get a bid to send in an appeal letter to them of what it would cost today. They changed their system or something. You can't call. You talk to a robot. I could never get a call back. I could never get a bid. I even had the cell phone number of the owner. I could never get a hold of them.
Hey, Suzanne, I just thought of something. I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Steve.
That's right.
I think Petrali deals with Malarkey quite a bit. See if, I don't know if Excel does deal with Malarkey. I just don't know the answer to that. They team up with some of the biggest manufacturers there are. I don't know if they do with Malarkey. I'll be curious.
Well,
so if they don't answer,
I don't want to use Malarkey products again.
but they're going to be the ones paying. Well, hold on, man. There's nothing I'm going to be able to help you with then, because they're going to supply to whatever roofer you use the material.
No, that's not right. They're going to give me a check.
They're just going to write you a check.
Yes. The agreement that I have, in fact, I sent to you guys, I just signed it and everything, and there it says at the bottom, is this your correct mailing address? And the bids, I sent several bids that were non-Malarkey products. So that's what I thought they were going to do, is they were going to replace the product, but they're not. They're just going to outright pay me.
Who came in at 17? Would they do it any less?
He thinks he might do it for a little less. They said they padded a little bit for this estimate, but that's using was it GQF or what is it? The other big manufacturer, GAF. I'm spacing it.
Yeah, that's a big one. That is a big one.
Yeah,
GAF.
That was the problem that was the brand that they were going to use. I just had you bring up, Steve, you bring up something so interesting. I'm like, in the last 3 minutes I've talked to you, I've actually gone back and forth in my own head. If I was in your position, what would I want done? And I'm going to tell you something that's ironic. I was in your position, but I was only there for 6 months. When I had my hail-proof roof put on by Excel, we had a run. So my roof's synthetic. It's made out of plastic. That's it. It's crazy. Yeah. So they put it on, and then about 6 months later, you could look at it, and it was wavy. The whole thing looked like a wave. I was like, what the hell's going on? So they came out. They brought out an F-Wave. That's the brand of it. Manufacturer. And they said, oh, yeah, we had a bad batch. They literally said the same thing you did. And without any question, they ripped the whole roof off. They put on a whole new roof, and they paid Excel to do it, because that's the person. Wow. If they told but hold on. If they told me, well, yeah, our product is a problem, and we're going to redo it, but it's going to cost you $4 or $5 grand more, honest to God, I'd have a problem with it just like you do. The difference, though, is mine was 6 months. Yours was 5 years. Yeah. But I'm still not sure. I don't think the same way. I go back because they said, we're not going to pay for tear off. We're not going to pay for disposal. We're not going to pay we're not pay for any of that except product. It says, well, how the hell do you think I'm supposed to get the product on? I live in a county that requires tear off. They won't let you.
Did you send me a copy of the warranty?
I sent you a copy of all the paperwork yesterday.
Is the warranty in there?
The clause of the warranty that they're citing is in their response.
In their response,
I never got a real warranty from Source.
We got to get. Hold on, man. I got to take this break. We got to get one of our roofers on, Suzanne, either Brett's or Petrali. We got to get one of them on, because I want to figure this out for this guy. I could go either way on this. Deputy Bo, what do you think? You buy a roof. And let's keep it what it is. It's a roof. And you find out that it's cracking and it was a bad run on the shingles. The manufacturer steps up, but they're not going to cover the entire cost. They're covering probably 75 to 80% of the cost. Do you bitch? Do you take the check? What would you do?
It depends on the warranty. They are stepping up and replacing the roof. It's like a car battery.
I haven't read the damn warranty yet. No, a car battery's different though, because after a period of time, they start prorating it.
Well, aren't they prorating this? Because they're knocking off $1,500. He did get use of it for 5 years. He got use of it.
Yeah, but it's cracked. You're right, though. You know what? It covered up his house. It didn't. I got to think about this one, but I want to hear. I want to hear from one of our roofers for sure. Everybody, hang tight. We got 2 lines open: 303-713-8255, 303 Martino. Get those calls in right now. I got Deputy Bo. He's got his fangs out. You got a bad contractor. He is going to take care of it.
Does XL go up to Greeley, Mark? XL Roofing? Do you know?
What's that?
Does XL go up to Greeley?
Oh, yeah. That's about where they end right there. Brad versus everyone. I like that.
Sorensen has a really good rating.
Hold on one second. Listen, I want you to join us for a movie event coming up in Westminster. We do these quite a bit. This one, we're going up north. It's at the AMC Westminster Promenade 24. Google this for me. I want you to Google Baby Boomer Dilemma. It talks about retirement, Social Security, when it's going to run out of money. It talks about 401ks. It talks about pensions. It talks about your life and retirement. You're going to love the movie. The concessions are 100% free. Go to mymoneymovie.com. There's also going to be a raffle. mymoneymovie.com. Get signed up. There's only so many seats in the theater. Once again, mymoneymovie.com. March 19th, 6:30, AMC Westminster Promenade 24, mymoneymovie.com. Now, Frank Duran, the real estate man, simply the best. I don't know how to do this commercial any other way. I have used Frank numerous times, and every time he has gotten me more money quicker for the house that we're selling than any realtor could. And if you're looking at a new property and need someone to negotiate to a price that you like, you call Frank. Go to frankduranhomes.com, frankduranhomes.com. I have not for a long time.
Okay.
Jelly is such a, if you want to like really blow somebody up on a particular genre, like, let's say classic rock.
You want to put Bo on urban.
Yeah, or on urban.
Blast.
So you can really blow them up like that with Jelly.
Yep. Okay. Interesting.
But if you want to just advertise, say, on KOA, or you just want to advertise on KHOW, Jelly is not your product. There's no way to do it.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Hey, Mark, what house spots have you done? Because I got to go uncheck everything from last week.
Hold on. I did Denver Region.
Yeah.
I'll do Genesis coming back. I'm still going off Friday, babe. Then I'll kick into Monday.
Okay, then I'll delete all of Mondays.
Yeah, delete all of them. Then I'll do, I got to do Genesis and Renew.
It's not easy. It's not easy being Mark.
It's a lot of talking.
I almost wish we still use the old Next Gen on Call Screener.
Yeah.
It's impossible, though. We can't.
It doesn't even work in this building anymore. Really.
God, that's funny.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, come on. It was invented on a Windows 3.1 base.
MS-DOS.
Oh.
Remember when you have to load your operating systems with floppy disks?
Oh. Bo knows his way around a floppy disk.
14 of them.
And certainly C:\Enter. That's his motto.
Or you get 6 deep.
Vacuum.
That just flew over, everybody said. But anyhow, you get 6 deep and then...
Yeah, see, none of us got
the
that.
The 7th doesn't work.
I guess we can talk Oregon Trail. You ever play that?
No.
Come on.
It was huge. Wasn't it pretty cutthroat?
A little, but it was, I think it's in the movie Big, too, or something like that. You know, the wizard melts the whatever, and it was like multiple choice adventure game. Should he go to the mountain? Should he go to the river? Should he, you know?
Jackson Jr. rips ex-Dem president's funeral remarks. I wonder what they were.
Well, they turned it into a hell of a thing, you know, especially Biden saying that, you know, I had a cleft palate, I had a club foot and a stutter, and then you people were making fun of me now, I stutter.
And I'm smarter than all of you.
He said that, too.
Was that the context? Because I saw the headline.
Yeah.
So that's why he said that, because he really said he had a cleft palate? I didn't know that.
Well, we know how your son has a deviated septum, you jack off.
That's for sure.
Jeez.
Is it still snowing in his head? What a hideous human being.
He is, man.
I did like how racist he was in the 90s, but nowadays it's just off-putting.
He was good friends with Bird.
Oh, I know. Bird is the word.
Right now, Mark.
What?
Every roofer seems to be busy right now.
Except the greatest roofer of all, Bill Cosby. We can get him on the phone right now.
I'm shocked we can't get Petrali.
She's efforting. Here we go.
Mr. Michael O'Malley, this is Suze with...
Renew Home Innovations. By the way, this hour brought to you by Renew Home Innovations, the absolute, positively lowest price on a new furnace. That's it. You want the best price, period, end of story on a new furnace. In fact, you got a bid by somebody already. I want you to send it over to them. They're going to beat it. Think about that. RenewHomeInnovations.com. Simple as that. Now, 303-713-8255. Suzanne, I know you got texts out there for our roofers.
Messages out, Mark.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We can do this two different ways. The next part of this call, Steve, is going to be with one of our experts. And I don't want to go any further until we get one. So as soon as we have one lined up, probably in the next half hour, we can call you back. You want to go that way?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Let's do that. Let me get you on hold. I really want to get one of our experts up that hopefully has a relationship with Malarkey. Am I the only one that finds that an odd name for a product? Isn't that what Joe Biden used to always say? Oh, that's Malarkey.
I would never have any Malarkey shingles on my house.
Isn't that weird? What a strange...
It's a stupid name.
It's a stupid name for a product. It had to be someone's last name. Malarkey. That would even suck. When people like Joe Biden, really old, demented people, when they say stuff like malarkey, where did that come from? Like back in the day, was someone like mad at some guy named Malarkey, and now his name is like a bad thing? I don't know. I would love to know the genesis of what malarkey, how it became negative, and I'd also like to know how it became a damn shingle. These are the thoughts that I think.
I'm going to think about it, too. How would you like to buy a car battery named Malarkey?
What did Tom say one time? He said, I don't know what I just said. I think he said, I don't know what I just said.
Like I don't understand what I just said.
I don't understand what I just said. And I said, wow, I don't understand what you just said either.
I misunderstood what I was saying.
I misunderstood what I was saying. That was very good. Tom has said a lot of things that we play off air because we can only play them off air. For real. We definitely can't play them on air. Shannon's like, no. Cannot. So if you want to hear some of those, maybe over the break, you go to youtube.com and then you type in Troubleshooter Network and you'll see what behind the scenes are. But some of the quotes over the years from Martino are just, they're great. Hey, Corey, what's going on with this engine? I'll get started with you.
Hey, thanks for taking taking the call. So about a year ago, actually almost to the date a year ago, I paid some money, $8,000 give or take, for a complete engine rebuild on my 2001 Subaru Legacy. And that engine rebuild included the complete rebuild of my current engine, as well as a rebuild of the transmission and the drivetrain all the way back to the rear diff.
Hey, Corey, let me ask a few questions. This shop, sure, and we'll get into that aspect eventually, but when you say they did the rebuild, did they tear it down, send it out to a head shop, have the heads milled, and they put it all together? Was it just the top end, or did they order like a Jasper engine or like a crate engine from Subaru? Explain more of exactly what they did for me.
Sure. So they sent off the transmission. That's a non-issue to my current complaint right now, but they bought the according to my invoice here, they did a EJ25-1 rebuilt using my own block, cleaned everything out, sent off the heads, milled that out, and then they did all the work in their shop, new seals, new gaskets, throwed it all in, and they installed that themselves in the shop.
So this is kind of strange. I do want to get Kevin Calkin in after the break. From what you just described to me, that would be more of a head job, not a rebuild engine. Like they didn't do the actual pistons and rings or anything, right? Did you have a bad head gasket? Is that how this started, overheating?
No. So my 2001 Subaru Legacy, it had 260,000 miles on it.
God bless. That's a hell of a good running car right there. Keep going.
Yeah, those boxers really hold up longevity, which is why I said, if I get the guts redone, if I get everything cleaned off, start from scratch, we can get probably another 100,000 miles on it if we take care of it right. So that's like we'll get the rebuild. So initially I went in because it was leaking oil. The head, there were some problems. Just with general Subaru maintenance that needs to be done. So I had a
all right, hold on. I'm sorry. We're coming up to the music. Suzanne, make sure I have a copy of the invoice he was reading from. It is. I got to look at that and send one over to Kevin Calkin for me. Let's try to line Kevin up after this break. I want to figure out what they did. But if they didn't redo that bottom half of that engine and it had 260,000 and he spent $8,000, my head's shaking a little. 303 Martino, 3 lines open. 303-713-TALK. I gotta find that. Did you just send it?
Yeah, I sent it at 11:55. Check your spam.
Yep. Sure enough.
Yes. You know what kills me? I always forget. When he's not here, I always forget. It's easier for me to see those not lit. Really? Than to see that lit. Huh.
Well, that's curious as
I just
hell.
keep it part of the habit.
That's a lot of money.
I often turn it up. Like, oh, wait, no, he's not here. I got to pot it back down. You do that one. Yeah. Because it's just part of it's just like on. But then you get the girl. Right. And then I was like, oh, wait, that's gone. Yeah. The future sound from, the grave or whatever the noise is.
We saw a comedian who had a beard like you, and he was bald. Wasn't he? His name was Ginger Billy. Have you ever heard of him?
He's actually pretty funny.
Is that like an Instagram guy, right?
Yeah, super built.
Super buff.
Yeah, like he could kick my ass just looking at me,
Yeah, make sure Kevin gets a copy of all this.
I already sent it. So there's a bag under in the office. I'm supposed to.
Yeah, I can pull that off. This matches your eyes. That is a bourbon I do not carry lightly. What, looking good holding the purse? Well, that's true. And I don't know about this. Do you think this was to elevate her position?
I don't know what the hell that was. Here, where's her lotion?
For what?
Her lotion.
You want to grab the shea butter? It's right there.
Shannon already has it.
All right.
Sure, it's hers.
Any of the remnants of this
I
bitch?
think so. We threw her chips away. I think we're all good.
What? I hear nothing.
Okay, Bo is in here. It's absurd. Telling Adam what candy bars he wants his mother to send in with him. I swear to God.
I believe it.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
What does he want, a chunky? You like those chunkies? Those nasty chunkies with raisins?
I don't remember the exact quantity. It was Big Hunks and Mr. Good Bars.
Mr. Good Bar's good.
Oh my God, the nerve.
Do you guys sell big hunks?
Yeah, we sell the big ones and then like the little tiny small pack ones.
That's what she said.
We're taking on you today, mister.
I go run, oh my God, I'm on intercom.
I figured him for a chunky with raisins kind of guy.
Bo is a bold gentleman.
All right, Adam, I have an update just so you can learn how to
Okay.
type it in.
Yeah.
So her name is Kathy. Here's my cheat sheet. So that's when the call came in. It was regarding the Great Colorado Payback.
Okay, so this is all we're going to do. Let me show you.
Okay.
Deputy Bo has update on Great Colorado Payback call.
You want the date the call came
Nope.
in?
Nope, you can tell Mark when you talk in the air, hey, this came 2 weeks ago. Blah, blah, blah.
Hey, Dragon, can you play some of Tom's favorite quotes?
Oh, hit
Yeah, give me a moment.
Okay.
Oh.
It's really amazing the things he has said over the years.
I love sucking off people. I love it.
That's crazy. It's crazy. Now, to put that in context,
I was in the shower and I started thinking about that big old dick.
Oh, well, I'm trying to think of the context to put this in.
So as you see, both Jay Brett and Henry got back to us. So now I'm...
How about my favorite, I don't know what I just said?
Which one of you...
And I misunderstood what I was saying.
That's the best.
Right, I memorized it.
You did memorize.
I'm going to use that phrase.
Good one.
So they're both like, yeah, call me.
Okay, yeah.
Evil regime in Iran. Join me.
Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Welcome, my friends, to the only show of its kind. We're here to solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. Bottom line, you've been ripped off. You need some help, or maybe before you get ripped off, maybe something seems just a little strange, and you have questions on it. Maybe you have a bid, and someone wants money up front, and you've got questions about that. It's very simple. 303-MARTINO. 303-MARTINO, or help, H-E-L-P, at troubleshooter.com. Now, I think did we get Kevin Calkin on? Is he coming on? I think Suzanne had to run out for a second, but Corey called up. I'll recap real quick. Corey called up. He had his engine rebuilt, and I've looked at what they did to it. To me, it looks like, the way I read it, they basically rebuilt his engine, rebuilt his block. It was a 2001 Subaru Legacy, had like 250,000 miles on it, started leaking, having other issues, so they tore it down, and basically they rebuilt it. It looks like they sent it out. They had the head redone. They put in new gaskets. Looking at it, it looks like they bought a complete rebuild kit for it. That's how I would look at it. And you had other work done at the same time. And all this was roughly a year ago. So now, or actually you said almost exactly a year ago. But Corey, where does it sit now? What is going on with the engine? Is it leaking? Is it overheating? What is the problem? And how many miles are on the rebuild?
All right. Yeah. So, back in late November, early December, it was showing signs of leaking coming from the front timing cover, driver's side, as well as near the back, kind of towards the main, the rear main. Went under there, checked it out. It was obviously leaking, called up the shop, said, hey, can we get this looked at? We need to check out these leaks. And I brought it back to them, a couple weeks after January, start of the year. He looked at it, and then there was a second invoice I sent you where he was diagnosing the oil leaks. And what he did in that that second visit up there was he claimed it was the upper radiator hose leaking into the timing covers, as well as the lower rack.
Is that the invoice for the $336, basically?
Yeah, that was the second one. Yeah, so he essentially, what I see it as is he found other things, but the initial problem when I brought up there, he said he couldn't find the oil leak. He did put UV dye in the oil.
Yeah.
And he said he couldn't find any leaks, didn't tightened up this, that, and the other. Seemed like it was running fine, so I went to go pick it up from him. And 3 days later, it was leaking more than I've ever seen any car leak.
So it looks like, but hold on here. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. So you go back in there, and this invoice actually says, damn, I'm looking for a date on it. I just don't see a date. When was this one for the 336?
I brought it in there first week of February.
So he charges you $150. Customer states he's noticing oil leaking on the ground, and then basically they did a rack and pinion. They removed the rack and pinion plate, replaced the rack and pinion line hose clamp, so they put a hose clamp on. Then they pressure tested cooling system, tightened up her hose. I don't see anything about an oil leak on here, though.
Yeah, neither do I. And that was he was leaning into the fact that it wasn't necessarily the oil, because he wasn't finding any signs of the UV oil or anything else coming out of it. And I was like,
okay, so what happened? Then you go home, it's leaking more than ever. Is that oil, or does that happen to be like rack and pinion fluid or something else? Cooling.
And this is the great part. He said himself he put the UV dye in, and I know how to look for UV. I got a UV light.
So you pulled it out. I call it the cat piss light. Go ahead.
Yeah, I went under there, and it's leaking from the exact places that I told him to in the beginning. And I also have photos as well. But, it's leaking from the front timing cover. It's leaking from the back of the engine. Same places. And mind you, I did